We are rolling. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, to a new vlog. It's going to be a weekend, a life in the weekend, a weekend in the life style vlog, because I've got an extremely busy weekend ahead of me. So I just thought you enjoyed the last one. Doing bits at the house. There's been a lot of transformations, which I'll show you after I got this morning's session done. It is almost 7 o'clock, so I'm trying to get my weekend sessions done early and giving myself a little bit more sleep. But it is so hot in the UK at the moment. I feel for anyone that is living here. I know you should be appreciative of the heat, but in the UK when it gets hot, it's awful because we have no air conditioning. No one has pools. Unless you live by the sea, you might get a little bit of relief. Anyway, today's session, hopefully it's not too busy in there because it gets very hot very quickly, but I have 3 20-minute AMRAPs, so a bit of an engine building session. First one is a ski erg with a barbell clean and push press. The second one is the rower with some dumbbell bench press. And then the third one is the assault bike with pull-ups. So targeting all the muscle groups and just trying to lift, I guess, under a bit of fatigue, and should get a nice sweat and pump on today. And then I can get home and start doing some chores around the house. Hannah is away, so I want to get as much done as I can and surprise her. The island is finished and it looks so good, so I'll show you that when I've finished training today. Thank you to all the new subscribers. The channel is growing quick, well, quicker than usual, so thank you. Let's go and train because I am starting to itch now. I have to say, that was one of my best sessions in a long time. I'm throwing those sort of AMRAP Metcon conditioning pieces into my training twice a week at the moment. I'm going to, when I'm actually in the house and back into my proper training routine with running, weightlifting, and these sort of Metcons, I'm going to do proper full day of training and talk through my workout split. But for now, I need to go and shower because I am very sweaty. This top, actually, I got it on ASOS, is so good for hiding sweat. Like, I was dripping, and because of the material, you can't see anything. But anyway, breakfast, as I have to shoot out as quick as possible back to Howden's to order up some doors, which I will show you in a sec. And talk through that. Obviously, we have an island. This got installed yesterday, or the worktop did, and I'm not even joking, it is so nice. Better than we thought it was going to be, which is always nice when it turns out better than expected. But I'm going to give you a quick tour, as I do in every video, so you can be nosy and up to date on what I have managed to get done this week, or last weekend as well. A Huel, I'm telling you, I need to get sponsored by Huel. Usually I'll have eggs, but we don't have any pans or anything to cook here at the moment. So I've got a Huel. I've also got a little sweet treat on the weekend. I love pastries. I love almond croissants. Anything to do with like sweet pastries send them my way, love them. And then this is for later. I have this at like 11, 12 o'clock as my little caffeine pick-me-up. It is a Tenzing. Very, very nice. They do lots of different flavors, but it's vitamin C, caffeine, and electrolytes. It's got loads of different other bits in it. You are going to have to excuse my hair. I did not bring my brush and it goes very bushy when I do not comb it. So I'm gonna chuck a hat on when I get in the car. But anyway, I'm gonna show you everything we have done this week, the island, updates, and then I'm gonna talk you through what I intend to get done this weekend alongside training. And actually the football is on this evening. England are playing Norway at like 10 o'clock. So we're having a big party, barbecue with some friends and family. So I want to get as much done as I can today. So I'm going to probably be feeling a little bit tired tomorrow. I won't be drinking too much tonight. I just want to try and have a good night's sleep because I've got a long run on the cards tomorrow, or a long-ish run, easing back into it. But anyway, back to the house. Let's show you what we have done. So, unfortunately, the lighting isn't the best at the moment. The sun is just coming up through the bay window, but how nice does this look? We initially wanted a more grainy worktop, but it looked, the only word to describe it is blingy. It was just too much of a statement piece, whereas this is very subtle. I can see from the camera it actually highlights the grain a bit more than that in like real life. I'm guessing it's the exposure or something, but we are so happy with how this looks. We do intend to change the doors and potentially this worktop and then tile the splashback. And I'm also going to be building a sort of like plaster looking hood to hide that stainless steel one. So there is still a lot to do in the kitchen, but we wanted to get this done because this is obviously going to be staying for a long time and is the focal point of the kitchen. Give you all the angles. If I would zoom out, but I think it will maybe make the quality not so good, but this is how it stands. It is 2 meters long by 950 with this slight overhang here, and then the 300 overhang this side for the benches. By far our favorite upgrade to the house so far, and definitely the most expensive. But anyway, into the lounge. So what has changed since the last video? I have tiled the base of the fireplace using or repurposing the tiles left over from our ensuite. These are from Porcelain and Osa. I can't tell you what they are actually called, but they look a lot lighter in the camera for some reason. They are pretty much like a slaty look, and I use black grout instead of the grey grout that we had upstairs, and we love them. So happy we got to repurpose that. And then these tiles are from Tops Tiles. They're just a brick effect, and I can't actually remember the name of them. They were very expensive for what they are though. They are going to line the alcove, and we are still unsure whether we're going to get a real fireplace, a log burner, or an electric one. So that remains to be seen, and we're not going to rush it because obviously the electric one's a lot cheaper than the real one, but we need to make the right decision with this because it will make the lounge complete. Unit. So what I'm doing today is architraving the external part of the Billy bookcase, and initially I was going to set it back so it's kind of like here, so you can still see the wood, but I'm actually going to do it there. So I'm going to pin the architrave sort of through the Billy bookcase for 2 reasons. One, I think it looks a little bit more like high end. It actually looks like it's part of the wall. And 2, for convenience, because if I shot fire it through the Billy bookcase, that means if I ever need to get it out, I can just unscrew it, pull it forward. But if I shot fire it and stick it to the plasterboard, it gives me a lot of problems trying to get this out if we ever need to get to the cables, because we do want to put some LED strips in the shelving unit eventually. Get your words out, Tom. And again, the brass socket. So these are from Screwfix. They are the LAP or LAP. I'm not too sure. I'm not an electrician, but it was 3 for £35, I think. They had 15% off if you are interested in some nice socket finishes. All the little touches that make it look better. And really quickly, as I know I am waffling on in this video and it's probably going to be quite long, but I have managed to bring a few of my items of clothing over. I do need to get a shelf in here to put hide some bits out the way, and then I'm going to get another 750 unit and a 500 unit here. I've decided for shoes, so they're going to get moved and changed to a pull-out trouser drawer, like what Hannah's got in her unit. So these are my trousers. I was just testing it out. Way better. I need to measure up all of the doors upstairs and downstairs and go and order and change these, because we don't actually have any doors on. Have we got any doors on up here? Nope. We've taken them all off and sold a few of them. They're getting replaced with a 1930s oak door with some brass handles, and I'll put a picture on the screen so you can kind of see what they look like. Way nicer, way more traditional, and suits our vibe, especially in this toilet. Oh, I've got a cabinet on the wall. Put a cabinet on the wall, and we have got some pictures to hang up from. So we actually got these in Lake Annecy. This is where we stayed in Lake Annecy. So a nice memory to go up on the wall here. Time to go and order some doors. Let's go. Right, I am about an hour behind schedule. It's now 10:15. I wanted to be starting this about 9 o'clock just because of all the stuff I've got to get done today, but it is what it is. I had to order up the doors at Howden's, and I got talking to the lads down there for quite a bit longer than I was expecting, which is all good. But yeah, they are ordered. They are arriving on Wednesday. We all ordered. Eye-wateringly expensive, but it's the finishing touches that will make this house look exactly how we want it. We want to go for like an older, traditional style house, but with some little modern accents throughout. Anyway, tangent. Let's get back onto this. I'm going to frame this out, and then that's all done. All I've got left to do is tile the inside of the fireplace. I've got to cut back the tiles below you right now because the threshold for the carpet and the tiles isn't sort of fitting flat, not flush. It's not fitting in line. So I need to do that. And I have some friends coming around to see the house because they haven't seen it for a while. Right, crack the windows, let's get some airflow and start building. As Jeremy Clarkson says, I did a thing. I am super chuffed with how this has turned out. We've got the architrave that matches the skirting boards. Obviously we have painted the architraves and it has worked out perfectly now that it is flush with the, you know, the sort of lip of the cabinet itself. It just makes it look like it's part of the wall. Probably about £1,200 to do this, thereabouts, but obviously I have done it myself. Yeah, I need to have a quick break and cool down because I am sweating. It is still very hot in here And I've closed the window because my neighbours are walking past and they do not want to hear me talking on the camera. I am going to sit here for a bit in the lounge and enjoy the fruits of my labour and stare at my architrave while browsing for bits for the house. I need to get a bracket for the TV to sit on. I might splurge and get the one that's electronic. You press a button and it kind of comes down, which is the one we wanted, but it's like 250 quid, which is pretty steep, but it could make movie nights in here pretty cool if it like comes down to your eye level. I need to get some bits for the wardrobe in my room. I need to order some wardrobes, and I'm also going to look on Vinted for some training gear. It's always nice to treat yourself, and a lot of people get rid of stuff they haven't worn, so why would I not look on there? But anyway, I've got myself a Rowntree's Fruit Blaster lolly. Now, lollies are a game changer, especially in this heat, but for dieting. This is 50 calories, and I am actually trying to shred a little bit of fat at the moment because I want to get in the best shape of my life, not only visually, but also like strength, cardiovascular endurance, and that is why my training is reflecting that at the moment, and I've been enjoying it a lot. Training has been awesome, but I've been busy. I've been eating a lot of calories because I've been active in the house. So yeah, Rowntree's ice lolly to cool me down, and then I'm gonna have some lunch in a minute. I've just been putting off my lunch. I'm looking forward to it, but it's so hot. I just don't want to eat a hot meal. I should probably take this hat off. It's making me hot. 10 litres of sweat later. I am done for the day. Hannah has just left. She's seen the island and the architrave around the Billy Butt cases and absolutely loves both of them. So that's a result. She has been away at Wimbledon for the past 2 days, which is nice for some. She went with her mum. But yeah, I am done for the day. I need to go and have a shower, freshen up before the football and barbecue this evening. As mentioned, I did make a start on the brick effect fireplace tiling. This is obviously going to wrap around, and we will have a light grout in between the bricks. It looks a bit bizarre with the spaces at the moment, but it does look very good. Chuffed a bit. 4:20, and it's the weekend. I'm gonna go and get my feet up, have a beer or two, not too many because I have a long-ish run tomorrow, and I'm also playing golf on Sundays. Good morning again. It is the next day. I have got my golf attire on, ready to go and lose some golf balls this morning. I am a little bit tired because it was an extremely late night because the football went on into extra time. England won just by the skin of their teeth. It was not a very good game. We scraped a win there. I'm not looking forward to the next game if we have that same performance. I'm not a massive football fan, but I do like the international games. I like sport in general. I watch pretty much everything apart from cricket and yeah, mainly just cricket. But anyway, yeah, I'm about to go and play golf. I'm just waiting for my mate to come and pick me up. And then, like I said, go and lose some golf balls. It's a lovely day, lovely morning, very hot still. I'm gonna sweat. And then I've actually bought my clothes, because we're not living here at the moment, over so I can come straight back here, back to work on the fireplace. That's the plan. Quite possibly one of the hottest rounds of golf that I've ever played. It was good fun. I had some questionable golf, but I also had some really good golf, so I can't complain. And it was ridiculously hot. So I have obviously just got back. I've got myself a Halo Top Gooey Brownie. Now, I haven't had these for ages, and I've started getting them again recently just because it's been really hot and I love ice cream. So I've gone for a higher protein, I guess this is my sweet treat. So I wanted to try and get some more protein in that way. And I tend to have half the tub, so 180 calories. I need to get this done. So let's start tiling. Get some Netflix on and tile away. That is it for tiling this weekend. I've been doing it for 2.5, maybe 3 hours. It's now 5:15 and I am extremely tired. It's very time consuming doing little tiles. The bigger tiles aren't as much of an issue. It's more the fact like smaller tiles are very messy because you've got to hold on to them and there's just more room for error, I guess, with like a small tile. But yeah, that's all I'm getting done this weekend. I'll have to continue this when we are in the house, which will make my life easier because I don't have to come back and forth. But it does look really good, in my opinion. If you have an electrical fire or a log burner, please let me know sort of the pros and cons and what you think I should go for. We have got a socket in that wall somewhere. I have marked it up so I can cut it out if I need to. But if not, I will just bury it in the wall and have a log burner. But for now, I'm going to wrap this video up. Thank you so much for watching, for the support. The channel has grown a lot this week, more than it ever has. So that is pretty cool. And I will be smashing the content even more when I'm back in. Like I've said, it will be more fitness. There's a lot of home renovating projects, upgrades that I will be doing in the house. So it won't just be fitness. Variety of content, but I do want to absolutely hammer my training when I'm in because this is very tiring. House renovating, or I would say upgrading, because this is a new build, so it's not necessarily a renovation. It's just making things look the way we want them. Very happy. See you in the next vlog. Leave it a thumbs up.